Expo Explorer എന്ന് പറഞ്ഞ ട്രെയിനാണ്, ഇലക്ട്രിക് ട്രെയിനാണ്. ഫ്രീ കോസ്റ്റിൽ നമുക്ക് എക്സ്പോ കറങ്ങാൻ പറ്റും. ഇത് അറിഞ്ഞു കഴിഞ്ഞാൽ ഇന്നാണ് ഞാൻ അറിഞ്ഞത്. എന്നാൽ ക്യൂ നിന്ന് കയറാൻ നിൽക്കണം. ഹാഫ് ആൻ അവറോളം ക്യൂ നിൽക്കേണ്ടി വന്നു. പക്ഷെ എന്നിരുന്നാലും കുഴപ്പമില്ല. ഇത് ഇലക്ട്രിക് ട്രെയിൻ എക്സ്പോ 2020. പിന്നെ ഒരുപാട് ഓപ്ഷൻസ് ഉണ്ട് നമുക്ക് എക്സ്പോയിൽ. ഞാൻ എത്ര നാൾ വിചാരിച്ചുകൊണ്ടിരുന്നത് കോസ്റ്റ് കൊടുക്കാണ്ട് വരും, ടിക്കറ്റ് എടുക്കേണ്ടി വരുന്നതാണ്. ഇന്നാണ് മനസ്സിലായത് ഇത് ഫ്രീ ആണ്.
Around sustainability. Please remain seated at all times when the train is in motion, and please do not exit until arrival at the station. Also, since this is going to be a guided tour, I would beseech you to kindly reduce your voices when you're talking, so that those at the back can hear whatever is being said. So we have 2 drop-offs. So once we get to those places, the trains are going to stop, and then you can get off. So my left hand side will start, and this is the Visitor Center 3. So this is a place of convenience where you can use the washrooms. We do have the visitor centers, also information centers as well. Also we do have the prayer room as well. We do have an ATM, and we also do have the information centers as well. So these services, you can get them in any of our Expo visitor center stations in Expo. So to my left hand side we have the Italy pavilion, and we can see the strings on the side. So the strings are made with approximately 2 million recycled plastics. Also on the roof of this building we can see some recycled boats. Also the paintings of this building were done with coffee residues and orange peels. 2 interesting facts about this pavilion is that they do have a perfect clock around the world. Also they do have a 3D sculpture of David as well in this pavilion. Also they do have some restaurants. So if you're someone that enjoys Italian food, you can visit the Italy pavilion on my right hand side. And as you can see, this is the main entrance into the pavilion.
Italy pavilion. Right side Italy pavilion.
So to my left hand side we can see this grass looking structure, and that is the Investment Corporation of Dubai. In this pavilion basically it's all about investment. So if you're someone that is interested to know more regarding investments in Dubai, you can visit the Investment Corporation of Dubai on my left hand side. So next I have Campus Germany, and that is the German pavilion. It's called Campus Germany because it was designed by architectural students from the university in Germany. Interesting fact in this pavilion is that they do have an AI, which is artificial intelligence, that can scan and tell exactly how old you are. Also they do have a hint of technology as well. It's the most visited pavilion we have here in this district, and also in Expo at the moment. So as you can see, this is the queue to the pavilion. Unfortunately, there is no smart queue into Germany, and we can see how crowded it is at the moment. So this is all the things you need to know about the German pavilion. Unfortunately, there is no smart queue into the German pavilion.
الله الأعزاء يوجد إقبال مستمر ووضع واقع الشمس باستمرار لتناسب حركة الطقس لتكون التوقف عند نواحي السبيل المستمرة to stay hydrated and wear sun protection in today's warm weather. Keep your eyes out for the severe fountains located around the site for use to fill up your water bottle.
ഈ കോളനിയിൽ കാണാനുള്ള തിരക്കാണത്. ഭയങ്കര ക്യൂ ആണ്. 2 hours വെയിറ്റ് ചെയ്യേണ്ടി വരുന്നു.
So to my right hand side we can see this white building, and that is the host nation's pavilion. This is the UAE pavilion. So this pavilion is shaped in the form of a falcon, and the falcon is the national bird of the UAE. In this pavilion, we'll be able to see all the 7 suns from all the 7 emirates in UAE. Unfortunately, also there is no smart queue into the UAE pavilion.
ഈ കോളനിയിൽ കാണാനുള്ള ഒരു തിരക്കാണത്.
So right in front of us we can see this golden dome. It's called Awasal. It's an Arabic word which means connecting. So this Awasal dome connects all the 3 districts we have here in Expo, which is opportunity, mobility and sustainability.
Ang team ng Expo is connecting minds. So,
So this is our first drop off. If you'd like to get to somewhere else, you can please exit on my right hand side.
dito pa tayo kanina. Teacher, na po yung nagsakali ko yung zip.
Talagang dyan mo nilagay ah.
Balik natin kaya ulit tayo. May malaki ulit tayo.
Oo.
Sana
Lucky.
So we'll continue with our journey, and on my right hand side we can see this blue building, and it's called Aquafina Drop. In this place you can refill your Aquafina water bottles for free. You can get yourself some mineral, sparkling or still flavored water in this Aquafina Drop I have on my right hand side.
Aquafina വാട്ടർ കോവലയാണ് ഫ്രീ ആയിട്ട് നമുക്ക് വാട്ടർ കിട്ടും Aquafina.
So we continue, and on my right hand as well you can see this golden building. It's called the Kuwait Pavilion, and the Kuwait Pavilion depicts its culture and tradition. Also they do have a bit about the water system as well, and also they do have a bit of archaeology. So if you're someone that loves archaeology, you can visit the Kuwait Pavilion on my right hand side. And to my left hand side we can see this white building, and that is the Women's Pavilion. So in this Women's Pavilion they talk about the empowerment of women. Also they talk about the contributions of women around the globe. So if you are interested to know about what women are doing around the globe and how you can empower and also contribute to the growth of women, visit the Women's Pavilion. So on my right, I do have the Dubai Electricity and Water Authority, that is DEWA. So DEWA talks about smart homes and smart technologies. So next I have the Qatar Pavilion, and Qatar talks about their traditions and culture. Also we do know that Qatar will be hosting the FIFA World Cup tournament later this year in December. So if you'd like to find out more, you can visit the Qatar Pavilion on my right hand side. So next I have Uzbekistan, and Uzbekistan talks about the past, present and the future. Also it talks about Ibn Battusta's journey in this country, and also it talks about astrology as well. The next pavilion is called Azerbaijan, and we can see this pavilion is shaped in a form of a leaf. It's a self-sustaining pavilion that talks about the environment, on how we can conserve and preserve the environment by practicing more of recycling. So if you'd like to know more, you can visit Azerbaijan on my right hand side. And next I have is the Amazons, and that is the Brazil Pavilion. So the Brazil Pavilion talks about how they as a country are diverse. So if you'd like to find out more, you can visit the Brazil Pavilion. So next is the Swedish Pavilion, and the Sweden talks about the forest and the woods. So right after that I have Lithuania, and Lithuania talks about 3D printing of food. So on my right as well we have the Slovenian Pavilion. So this brings us to our second exit or drop off. You can please exit on my right hand side.
This സസ്റ്റൈനബിലിറ്റി പവലിയനാണ്.
سلامتك هي أولويتنا. يرجى تجهيز شهادة التطعيم أو نتيجة الزلزال.
Continue on our journey, and on my left hand side we can see the solar panels. So this is called the Terra Pavilion, and this is the main sustainability pavilion we have in this district. So we can see the solar panels, they tilt and change direction according to the sun. It's believed that the solar panels can charge approximately 900 mobile phones at once. Also, once you get into this pavilion, you would be able to see under the ocean and under the forest in this Terra Pavilion. It will take you approximately 25 minutes once you're inside to tour within this pavilion. On my right hand side we can see the Czech Spring, and this is the Czech Republic's pavilion. This country talks about irrigational system on the deserts and also technology. Also, if you're someone that loves automation and robotics, you would love to visit on this pavilion on my right hand side. So right after that I have the Singaporean pavilion, and that is the Singapore pavilion. So in this we can see the botanical plants and flowers. Also, they do not use any air condition in this pavilion, and also they derive their energy from the sunlight. So if you'd like to know more regarding that, you can visit the Singaporean pavilion. And next I have the Netherlands pavilion, and the Netherlands are using a technology called the biotope, and also using a mushroom as a building material. So if you'd like to find out more, you can visit the Netherlands pavilion on my right hand side. And just after that we have the New Zealand pavilion. So New Zealand is talking about our water bodies. So if you'd like to know more on how we can conserve and preserve our water bodies, you can visit the New Zealand pavilion on my right hand side. So next I have España, and that is the Spain pavilion. So at the entrance of this pavilion they do have a depiction of the famous Netflix series called Money Heist. Also, they do have some interactive games at the entrance as well. They also do have a photovoltaic, which is an alternative to solar energy. Also, they do have a 5 minutes video that you can enjoy once you're inside. Also, they do have some retail shops that you can purchase some nice souvenirs from Spain. All this you can enjoy once you get into the Spanish pavilion on my right hand side. So last but not the least, I have Samim, and Samim is a sub-pavilion of the UAE. In this pavilion on my left hand side, you get to know about the rich history of the UAE people. Also, you can enjoy some free Arabic coffee and some desserts in this pavilion on my left hand side. So thank you so much for everyone who joined us on this trip around sustainability, and this is the end of our short trip. We may all please exit at this point. Thank you so much.
Hello, nice to meet you.